Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. So I just want to share with you what Nzimande said yesterday, and also what Gwede Mantashe said yesterday. Let me start with a Nzimande. But before we do that, I would like to say thank you for watching my videos, and I really appreciate you choosing to watch my videos. And the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full, as that support really goes a long way. And to those who are already watching my ads in full, guys, support. So okay, going back to the topic of this morning, Nzimande is doing what the ANC always does, not going directly to the person that they're supposed to go to, like saying, if at the end of the day we prove that he really did this, then there will be consequences. That makes you sound like a political party that is serious about holding people accountable, instead of speaking gibberish as as he did yesterday. And I'm about to share that video clip with you. Please stay with me after watching Senzo Mchunu. After watching Nzimande, then talking about Senzo Mchunu. Then I'll be back with Gwede Mantashe.
Yeah, I can appreciate what you say about the opportunism in general, political opportunism. But, we have a minister, Senzo Mchunu, earlier this year in Parliament saying that he had no association to one of the central characters in this theatre of corruption, alleged corruption, Brown Mokhotsi. And then yesterday issuing a statement that, he doesn't have any association with him, but he knows him. And, he is a comrade. So there's a case that they're pursuing, the DA and the MK is, on having breached the rules of Parliament. You know these well, right? Because to lie to a parliamentary committee is a serious and potentially criminal offence.
Well, Iman, what I would really like to say, it's precisely that I think we need to be cautious on how we tread these things. I don't want the situation now, in the light of these allegations, then to act as if conclusively Minister Mchunu has told a lie. We don't know. That actually needs to be proven itself. And I think my call is to say, as South Africans, yes, we must be alarmed by this. It's understandable. Yes, this thing, we must go into the bottom of them. But let's allow due process to actually go into this, because maybe the good thing about what the Provincial Commissioner of the Police has done in KZN is to raise these things, which then gives an opportunity for one to actually go right into. At face value, I can't then say, Minister Mchunu has lied or Minister Mchunu has not lied and so on. I would rather say, let us be very cautious. By the way, the reason why I'm saying this, Iman, I myself have been a victim, in the past, of being listened to by intelligence agencies, being followed up as to where one goes and so on, with a view of actually trying to discredit. I know this very well. I was a victim of this during Fees Must Fall, for instance, But what came out of that in the end? Nothing came out of that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
but you've got to appreciate,
it's important that the media as well, we allow due process to take its course.
You've got to appreciate, though, Dr. Nzimande, when it comes from a provincial police commissioner who was once the acting head of, was once the acting national commissioner, there's a different gravitas, right, that comes with his office, or do you disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree. That's why I said right from the beginning, these allegations are made by a very senior member of the police, the provincial commissioner. So they must be taken seriously. President has said as such, these allegations are very serious. But what is the best way of dealing with them? We shouldn't be tempted and say we choose the juicy parts, and so on. The minister may have done this or has actually not done this. It's something that's of concern. The provincial commissioner says, for instance, there are drug lords and drug dealers who have got big problems with drugs. Maybe what he has opened up is also going to allow us to be able to get to the bottom as to who are these drug dealers, who are they actually linked with. I'm not by any means minimizing this, as I have said right from the word go. But my stance is that let's give due process to actually go to the bottom of this.
What I heard from Nzimande is trying to say Senzo Mchunu is a victim, whether that is valid or not, but that is what he's trying to say. I'm not saying as well that Senzo Mchunu is guilty. We're just trying to scrutinize the allegations by Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. So he is saying him too was a victim of such, insinuating that there is a possibility that Senzo Mchunu is a victim. He says we must give a due process time, and also we must not take these things at face value. The value of this face is too much, because considering where the allegations come from and considering the video clips that are now trending, that he once said he doesn't know this person and it turned out that he knows this person from the same mouth that said they didn't know this person. So you gotta appreciate the value of the face that we're taking at, we just not like this trying to use trivial allegations and make them as huge as they are at the moment. So you gotta appreciate where all of this is coming from. Now going back to Gwede Mantashe is telling comrades that your money is your salary. Don't be given a position in government and start exploiting and start stealing and start committing all this corruption that we see now in our country. But with that said, as much as I agree with Gwede Mantashe, it doesn't have a squeaky clean image according to the allegations that have been put out there. Whether those are true or not, I don't know. And we live in times whereby people protect their collective as an organization. They protect, and I think also the Democratic Alliance does protect their own collective, as they were fighting for all the people that were removed that belonged to the DA from the municipality. And the recent one was Andrew Whitfield. So they put up a strong fight for Whitfield. So now, when they say comrade must not steal, this is supposed to be standard education within the ANC. You cannot now come to the media and be telling us that because there is these scandals that you can't deny that they are serious, and you tell the public that comrades, when you are appointed, you must know that your money is your salary.
Now, ikenda kufuneka isazi esi space ibe ethical. Ungakhetwa kanti ufuna ukuphaka utye imali engeke yakho. Imali yakho igama layo kuthiwa yisalary. Ubukwathatha imali engeyosalary awukho ethical. Ufuna unika omnye uminister osengxakini ngoku ekuthiwa nguminister uMchunu. Funeka udibane noMchunu. Once uthatha imali engeyosalary yakho uyigale epokothweni yakho, dityana noMchunu.
That is supposed to be standard education. The ethics that have to be followed, it should be standard. It should be standard. And the thing is, with people who steal, they lie, they steal, and also they steal even more. There is no stopping. Once you start, there is no stopping. Greed will consume you before you know it. You are in a deep mess, and the crime does have victims all the time, even fraud, even corruption that we see in South Africa, because service delivery ends up not reaching the people that is supposed to reach. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share those two things with you, Gwede Mantashe and Nzimande. Nzimande sounds like, I said, no, don't rush. I've been here before. I've faced what Senzo Mchunu is facing, insinuating some innocence there, and blaming the public that we take things in a rush. We should slow down. Anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, and do have yourself a beautiful day.